a video on this turkey skin. So it's roast turkey because it's Christmas at work. So this is all the skin and the what is it? Oh, I forgot my name. The thing in between the two turkey breasts that holds it together, cartilage. And so yeah, so the cartilage bone in between the turkeys, that bit there. So that's cartilage, is that? So as I'm at work and I've got a spare 5 minutes, I'm just going to mince. I've chopped this turkey. I've chopped it up just so it'll go through the mincer a little bit easier. I'm going to mince it and I'm going to make a turkey stroke, like a turkey stock stroke gravy out of it tomorrow while I'm at home. Because I'm just a little bit too busy later on at work to be faffing around with at work. So I've got a spare 5 minutes, so I might as well mince it at work, and then I can just make it at home kind of quite quickly. So it's just a simple case of mincing it, and then we'll simmer it in a pan of water tomorrow. And what we'll be left with is like a really gelatinous stock that's got a little bit of flavour to it, because there's quite a lot of roast flavour from the skin and the cartilage. And then we'll get some fat out of it as well, which would be nice to make the roast potatoes or to fry things in. But that'll be tomorrow, and you'll see what it looks like when I've minced it. We might come back once I've minced it, but it's minced. You know, like, do you really need to see that? Maybe, we'll see. Right, so, will it focus? Yeah, there we go. So, that was it before, and that's it after it's been minced. So it'll just cook a lot quicker. You don't have to mince it, but it just kind of speeds up the process and you know, maybe kind of cut off half an hour's worth of cooking time. So from that point of view, we're worth it, and we'll also get a big yield out of it as well because we've minced it. I have added some water, and it's just about coming up to the boil. So we're going to give it a couple of hours by mincing it. If we hadn't minced it, I'd probably simmer it for a little bit longer, maybe. No, about 2 hours would have done it if I'd just roughly chopped the skin, but I've minced it. But just mincing it means we're going to get more flavour and more gelatin out of it, and it's just a way of using up something and extracting some more flavour and some more use out of something that would ordinarily just kind of go in the bin or in the dog, to be honest. So you don't really kind of need to do this, but it will make a nice base for a gravy for something else. You couldn't really do this on Christmas Day. To the idea of taking the turkey skin off and then boiling it up simmering it for a couple of hours to get flavour out of it. I mean, your turkey's going to go cold. But day afterwards, if you wanted to make a turkey soup, the skin and the rest of the carcass made into a stock would make a stock which then you could turn into the basis for a soup. So, and you get that turkey flavour, and there's loads of flavour in the skin. So people might go, that's disgusting, but lots of people kind of don't like to eat the meat with still on the bone, and would think that was disgusting as well. So what you kind of find disgusting is up to you, but just a way of utilising something and getting more for our money. There we go, that's a better way of putting it, isn't it? It's had a couple of hours, and because we've done it nice and gently, it's lovely and clear. So we've got a layer of fat on the top, and as you can see, these bits of skin and cartilage have just really rendered down. All the fat's come out of them, and the gelatin as well. So let's put it through a sieve and give it a little bit of taste. I'm not bothered if it'll go a little bit cloudy when we strain it because we're agitating it. But let's just give it a bit of a try. Try and get some of that in here. Tell you what we'll do it the other way around. Let's strain it first and then give it a bit of a try. So, trying not to make a mess of things. But you can see that it's really broken down, and any kind of gelatin and flavour will have come out of it. It smells great. It smells like Christmas, obviously because it's turkey, but I always tend to find when I was younger that everything seems to be after Christmas. Seem to be ways of using up. Let's find ways to use up leftover turkey meat. Let's boil the carcass and make a stock. My dad didn't know how to make a stock like I do, but it's still kind of quite dry. So that can just live over there, just for the sake of ease. I'm not straining back into that, but it'll be fine. You know, that tastes really good. There is a tendency with turkey that it can be a little bit strong in flavour, but that is lovely. That's going to make a lovely soup, is that? Or a gravy. To do something with it. Maybe we'll save some of it. We'll have some leftover turkey from one of the functions. We might just make a turkey soup. Well, what we've got was some. I made a shredded bacon soup, which was delicious. So we might just do that with the turkey, maybe, and we'll see what we can do. So we'll strain this, and then we'll let it go cold, and then I'll show you how gelatinous it will be when it's set up. And there we go. Then you can still feed those bits to the dog, and the dog will love you even more than it does already. Right, so the fat has set, and so has the stock underneath. It's got a bit of a wobble on. There we go. Now we can just. Oh, that was always interesting. Yeah, so I should test it. I should test this sometime. So I remember watching the film Fight Club, and I'm talking about rendering fat to make soap, and the top, once the fat had solidified, the top of the fat, there was a layer of glycerin, and you could turn that glycerin into nitroglycerin. So I really kind of should look into that at some point. Also remember that they made fat from, they made the soap from the fat from people who had liposuction, and that's by the by, but they asked a soap manufacturer in Bradford, which is near me in West Yorkshire, if that was possible, and it was I'm sure it was a company called Stevenson's, and I used to occasionally go and collect things from them. So that was kind of quite interesting, but completely off subject. So it's got quite a bit of fat on top. We'll use that for something. We'll taste it first, and then we'll use it for something. It's nice. It's nice is that it's not too overpowering. It's a nice bit of fat, is that? And then underneath, scrape away. Quite a lot of fat there, isn't there? Underneath here we have this lovely jelly stroke stock, which were made from the leftover skin and a bit of gristle from the turkey skin. There we go. So isn't that's nice and wobbly, isn't it? How does that taste? I think it'd be a slightly flavourful stock. That's good. It's got a slight roast flavour to it. So that would be kind of quite an interesting experiment. Maybe next time that I'm cooking chicken legs or chicken pie, I pull the skin off them, and then I render the fat out of the skin. Maybe next time we should roast the skins first. That'll drain out that'll get out some of the fat from them, and then we'll take those skins that have been roasted, we'll mince them once they've been roasted and crisp, and then we'll do that process and see how that compares to like a normal chicken skin stock, and also just like a normal chicken stock, just made with chicken bones. We'll do that experiment. There we go. So this me just faffing around has turned into something that I'm kind of quite interested to kind of see. So that works. That's successful. Don't throw away the skin from the turkey. Turn it into something extremely useful and extremely tasty, and then give the leftover bits to the dog. But there we go. That's a delicious success.